What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. Let's talk about it. But do me a favor, real quick. It's free to you, but it mean a lot to me. Hit that like button, and if you're new, hit the subscribe and turn the notification bell on. Because when I go live, we go live. Oh man, couple hours, I'll be welcoming my second child, my baby girl. And being a parent to me is amazing. I grew up. Um, I grew up, and I looking around. My parents had me young. My friends was having kids young, and when I was younger, I didn't per se want a child, but for some reason, I always dated women with kids, right? So, and growing up, I helped with my sisters, so I always been around kids, and I thought I knew what it took. But after I had my son, oh baby, it it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Because like I said, I always been around kids. I dated women with kids, helped raise their kids. But when the first time I held my son, I've never felt that before. This feeling of joy, of happiness, of love. I felt it, but the level that I felt it on was different. And even to this day, I mean, my son is my right hand man. He always under me, or I'm under him. His daddy's boy. And the crazy thing is, when me and my wife first found out we was pregnant with him, I was hoping it was a girl. Because I said, if it's a boy, I'm gonna get back everything that I put out, and that's what I'm getting right now. You know, my son, he just turned 3 on the 13th, and after having him, and when we found out, my wife was pregnant again, I was hoping for another boy because because how protective I am over my son. I couldn't imagine having a girl. And through these last 9 months, I've been trying to mentally prepare myself, saying what I would do, what I wouldn't. But, now that it's here, all I want to do is love her. That's all I want to do. I just want to love her. And I'm going to nurture her and allow her to blossom and grow into the woman that she's supposed to be. I'm not gold. I'm a baby. I'm a spoiler. I am. I know I am. But I'm more curious to see what she blossom into. Because just watching my son, and allowing him uh, to be what he is growing to be. I mean, the boy is right now at 3. You can't leave a screwdriver around him. He'll take anything apart. He'll take anything apart. And how witty he is. And he goofy. I'm goofy. My son goofy. So I can't wait to see her personality come out. And there's no book on how to be a parent. I listen to everyone's advice. Especially the elders. The people who raised me. And I listen to them a lot because The way they influence me, I hope to influence my children the same way. I hope to. We never know. But I just feel if we as parents do what's right for the children, I just feel like they become who they're supposed to be. No matter what sport, martial art, no matter what I wanted to do growing up, my mother always found a way to get me into it. She always found time to support me while I was doing it. She never, only thing she never did was get me this El Camino. I wanted the El Camino so bad. That's the only thing my mother didn't support me on. And she was about to get it. It's not her fault she didn't get it, but so I correct myself. She did support me on that. But that's the only thing I ever asked my mother for, and I didn't get, you know. But even when I asked, she made me earn it. And that's what I do to my son. I spoil him, but I make him earn it. And even at his age, he understands. And I don't know what to do with a little girl. I don't. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed with a beautiful wife. My wife is a strong woman. All the stuff she's been through in these last 3 years, I don't know how she didn't break. Losing two parents, one right after the son born, one before her daughter born. So neither one of her parents will be able to meet our baby girl on this physical plane. Me losing my eyesight, especially the first year, it was hard. She did everything for me. She just lost her mother and just had a kid. Making my doctor's appointments. She got to take me to my doctor's appointments. I can't drive no more. Cook. She do everything. So I'm truly blessed. And my baby girl will be blessed. She gonna have a wonderful mother, strong mother. Her daddy gonna be crazy, but at least she got her mom. I'm nuts. I can't. That's why when people, I don't understand how men, and not all men, because all men ain't like that, but I'm talking about the men who mistreat, underappreciate, devalue. I don't see how these men do women like that. And I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about women who actually back you, support you, adore you. I can't imagine hurting my wife. And this was before going through all this stuff. Now that we went through it together, I can't do it. I would rather hurt myself before I hurt her. And that's how much I love and appreciate my wife. That's how much I adore my wife. And man, if you got a woman who got your back, if she was with you when you had nothing, and now you got something, it's one of the main reasons. The main reason I got what I got and achieved what I achieved in these last 10, 11 years is because my wife supported me. It was my family too, but ultimately, she was there for everything. And not only that, my wife is giving me two of the greatest gifts a person can ever have. My children. She carried my son for 9 months. And now she carrying my daughter for another 9. That's a gift. I can't do it. I can't do it. But, that's what she did for me. And yes, it's her kid too. But but I will never forget the sacrifice that she's going through now to bring our daughter into this world, to bring our son into this world. I'll never forget that sacrifice. Hey, Miss Queen. Hold on, I gotta find a little thing. Hold on, I got a touch screen.
Hey,
Oh,
what you talking about?
I'm just talking about my baby girl coming tomorrow. I got a couple more hours and she'll be here.
What is the scheduled C-section?
Yes, it is.
Oh Lord. Oh, baby girl coming first day of winter.
Yeah, it is, and I'm excited. I'm
Y'all
I'm
gonna name her
so
Winter?
nah. Elena, her name will be Elena.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Yeah, and my mother's middle name is Elaine, so we're gonna name her Elena.
Oh, that's so cute. Your mama happy? Do your
Oh,
mama know?
oh yeah, my mama know. My mama, that's my best friend. That's my OG, triple OG. She know everything.
Already.
Yeah, she know the skeletons of that and everything. So now, but
That's
yeah, I
good.
was just, I was just saying, like men need to respect women more, especially when they bring life into the world. I was just thinking of the sacrifice my wife made, not only with you know her body, but her mind, because y'all go through a lot before and after, and men, we don't have to go through that, so we should appreciate that and give thanks to that. And I know you're a mother too, so you know what I'm
Right.
talking about.
I didn't know how crazy I could be until I got pregnant the first time. And
Man,
I didn't know how crazy I was until after I delivered the baby.
now when you say how crazy you was after, what do you mean by that?
I mean, while I was pregnant, I was out my mind. I was a lunatic and I had no idea it was normal to me. After I gave birth, I started remembering certain instances and situations that occurred while I was pregnant. And I was like, I was out my mind. I was like, so now I was talking to the people around me. I'm like, so y'all just sit up there and let me be crazy. They was like, girl, you was pregnant. We wasn't studying you. Yeah, crazy. It's all hell. Just crazy.
And see, that's why my wife, I just let her do her thing. She, I like when she pregnant, I don't bother, her, and when she got her time of the month, I don't bother.
Bro, yeah. Yeah, we be going through a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, men don't appreciate that because we don't go through that. I don't got to go through none of that. Like right now, her toes look like Vienna sausages. I got to rub,
Yeah.
I got to rub her feet every day. But
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to carry no child. You know, and then
Yeah.
even after that, the wear and tear on your body. I don't have to worry about that.
I still ain't came to terms. I still have not fully accepted that I'm not gonna get my body back.
Oh, she determined. She already determined. She already told me we going on a training schedule. 'Cause, like when I start training her, and uh, I call it mixed martial arts, but when I start training her, it's like full body cardio, so she was shredding weight, toning up quick, and then
And
she
then
got
she got
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it go. That's what happened to me. I was starting to slim down, and as soon as I got out of cause I had got up to like what 215, and I got down to 183, and boom, here come that little girl, and she blew me up, and that sucker 9 now, and I'm still trying to get back fine like wine.
And that's what she was saying because she had my son 3 years ago, and right before she got pregnant, um, we start working out again. I start feeling better. I start getting myself together where I can actually train her, and then she got pregnant again. So we all started all over again. But we done now. I'm 38. I'm like I can't do it no more. After this, we got our two thing one and thing two.
Oh Lord, how old is she?
She 2 years older than me, so she'll be 40 next year.
Oh hell no! Oh, she a soldier. Cause ain't
It,
no. I was pregnant at 30, and I swore to God I was too old to be pregnant.
no, we both waited. I waited. Um, I waited because I wanted to make sure, I had the right person. She waited for the same thing. So we waited. Even, we've been together 11 years. In March, we've been married 5. But, I seen, my mom had me when she was 16. So I was determined not to have a kid young.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had my first one. I think how old was I? I think 24. But he was a stillborn. And then I had the next one. I think I was 26. And I had that last one at 30. Woo! I was like, ain't nobody my age got no business running around with their belly like this.
And that's how I feel because, if honestly, like if I didn't have to go, like I got a shunt in my head. I don't know if you know what a shunt is, but so like even having that in my head, it kind of slowed me down. And then my eyesight. So now I got 2 little regrets running around. But that's why I got a German Shepherd because my dog kind of herd my son around. So as long as I got my dog with me, I'll be straight.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
be fine. Ooh, but Lord, pregnant at 40, Jesus. Bless her heart. But I mean, let me see. We was 5 years into our marriage, so I got pregnant the first time, so it makes sense.
We was she got pregnant within a year, I think. Yeah, within a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but y'all been together 11 years, right?
yeah, we've been together for 11 years. Yep, 11 years. We've been kicking it. She done took
Yeah.
my
So
crazy for 11 years. Something wrong with her.
hey, something wrong with all of us, but
Yeah,
at least we do it and we keep
yeah.
it together.
And you know what? But you know what? Honestly, um, it seemed like yesterday. You know,
Mhm.
is we haven't. I mean, we went through stuff. With her mom dying, with her dad dying, with me, but we never like we always been able to talk. Like we was friends for like 4 months before we even decided to be together.
Yeah.
We was friends first, and it never changed. Even when we got married, it never changed. Our relationship never changed. It was we've been like the way we are since day one, even since we was friends. You
Yeah,
know,
that's good.
that's truly my best friend. Like she know I'm goofy 1 minute, and the next minute I get real quiet, and she know I'm thinking, and she'd just be like, "Let it out, just talk," and she'd just listen to me. You know,
Oh, that's awesome.
and she know how I am. I know how she is. 1 minute she'd be goofy, next minute she'd be bossy. She gonna kill me. But see, I
But
pick with her all day.
has she successfully plotted your murder though?
Oh, her and my mama love her to death. My
No, no,
mom.
no. I don't think you heard me. I said, has she successfully plotted your murder?
Oh, probably. She told
Oh,
me
okay. Then
cause
y'all
she
in
do
there, you good.
cause look, she do like she got her, what is it, her nail license.
Uh-huh.
You know, so like she do it as a hobby or on the side or whatever when she get bored. But she told me one day, she was like, if you ever cheat on me, I'm gonna use these nippers. I'm like, what is nippers? And I looked at him. She said, I'm gonna cut it all off with this. And I'm looking like that will be extremely painful. So don't worry about that. So no, so I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it sounds
sure.
like you in trouble, trouble, trouble.
So I'm pretty sure she already looked up how to get rid of the body and all that. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah,
sure she
yeah,
did.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
now, she had the life insurance policy on me, so I know she was.
That be my joke. I be like, if they ain't successfully plotted your murder, y'all ain't in it to win.
And she that's what I'm saying. Like she goofy like that. Like we have fun. We kick it.
You got
Like I said,
food.
and that's what I try to explain to men too. Like, because I've never been a dude. Like I can't sit around a bunch of dudes. I can't do
Yeah.
it. It just don't feel right to me. So like even my best friends are females. Her best friend is a male. And it's like people say they can't be friends, and it's like, bro, I'm not worried about nothing. Because I was her friend at one point. I know who she is. I know how she is, and I don't trust my wife. How people got faith in God. That's what I
Yeah.
have in my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have in my wife. That's what she has in me. My wife know I ain't going nowhere. She know I ain't stupid. Ain't nobody gonna put up with me like she do.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, she was just the first person who accepted me for me, not what I can do, not what I have, not what I can get, just who I was.
Already. It's it's a good thing.
It's a blessing because it's like me and her, in past relationships, been through a lot, and sometimes that change people, make people look at things differently as far as relationships. But I never wavered. I always said, I'll find the right person who appreciate me for what I do and how I am. I had women call me soft because I didn't want to fight with them. Like, why would you want to fight me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why would you want to fight me? And then I had women who knew I can fight and they put you in a bad situation. And it was almost like if you cared about me, why would you
You wouldn't
want
do no
me?
shit like that.
Yeah, so like with her, it's like I can just be me. I can be goofy. I can have fun. I can, you know, sh- she accept the way I treat her. I treat her with respect. I want to be that chivalrous dude. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
I want to display chivalry. It's not. I had women call me, "Oh, you mushy," like because I'm holding the door open for you because I
Yeah, that
asked you
mean
how
you
your
need
day
to
was.
run. That mean run, nigga, run. That's what that mean.
Salute, Nate. Right.
that mean that mean go quickly.
But see, I didn't know that. When you young and dating and what up, Papa? When you young and dating and you chilling, and like I said, I was always this dude. She was just the first one who embraced it. And when women ain't used to that, they look at it like, oh, this dude's soft, or I can take advantage of him. And that's what happens. People start taking advantage of you. And then you get to a point where you realize that and you like, okay. And then it happened again and again and again. And like
You
like it's all women like this. But then you finally meet the one who appreciate that. And then everything just clicked.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well, I mean, but that's be what a lot of them dudes' problems is though. They be trying to make relationships with the wrong women.
Yeah. And it's women do the same thing. We all do it, We all
Bro, I
do
ain't never do no shit like that.
it.
I ain't
But
got time.
and see, like I know a lot of it's the influence of society too. I think that got an impact on it too. Um, because I've been with women and they told me like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm like, what is you talking about? Like, no, well, I cheat on you first before you cheat on me. Like, no, that's not normal.
Yeah, that's sickness. You got to leave that alone. You got to
Yeah,
walk away. No, see, you if you healthy and you got to be firm in knowing that you healthy and just know that it's a bunch of crazy people out here, and it's not your job to heal crazy people. They need to know that they need healing, and you ain't got time for that. And people be trying. You can't save them. They don't want to be saved. You got to
man,
go find.
you just sent a chill up my spine when you said that because my mother said that to me. And she was like, look, it ain't your job to help everybody, especially these crazy people.
No, you cannot be crazy. Look, these people enjoy being crazy. Okay, you can't save them. You got to go on mind your business. Just be like, look, if you know they ain't no good, then chunk them to deuces. Cause baby, I look, I used to change dudes like I change draws. Excuse what? Oh, that's what you said. Okay, I'm gonna have to holler at you, play. Hey, you, come on. Your turn. What's good? And you got to go. I ain't got time. You can't waste my time. I'm not gonna play with you either. You say
So,
the wrong thing, your mind, you show me anything that shows me that your mind is messed up. I'm not fit to play with you no more. We done.
so
Mm-mm.
let me ask you this. So,
Mhm.
what about people who got time invested in people, and maybe it was good in the beginning, and a situation happened and the person changed. How you go about that?
The situation, if the person changed and y'all went to therapy and it didn't help, then if you can't accept the change, then you need to leave them alone.
And see that's what I tell people because I got a friend. He got a lot of time invested into his marriage.
Hmm.
And they lost a child, and she changed, and he trying to go through therapy, and I told him because I'm a firm believer of this. Like after I told my wife I do, I told her I should have said it like 4 or 5 more times because I know in the future she gonna be a different person. She gonna evolve. She gonna learn new things, experience new things, and it's gonna change her. So
Yeah.
I always thought like that. But like with his situation, is to me is different. Like not giving all the details because I don't want to tell his business, but some of the stuff I don't know if he can recover from.
What the fuck she do?
Oh man. Oh man, like I said, I don't want to, because even
Well,
if
put it in the back chat, cause I lost. We buried a baby, so I'm trying to understand what the hell. Cause I've
look,
been there.
let's just say, uh, she offered things that after you marry, I don't think you should offer people. I say it like that. You know,
Offer.
offer like she allowed. Um,
Oh, she actually committed acts.
yeah, it was stuff done. So,
That ain't got nothing to do with no baby now. That's some other shit.
and that's what I'm saying. But like the whole personality changed. Like,
Yeah, that shit ain't got nothing to do with no baby. That was always her. He probably just ignored the red flags.
and that's what I kind of hinted to too. Like I just felt like it was an excuse. Honestly,
People do that all the time too. They be ignoring red flags. People be sitting up there telling you all day long who they is, and you
you
just
know,
ignore it.
you know
Oh, they
what?
so cute. I like that curl coming down his on their forehead. They so cute. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna
I
ignore that. Then that shit get out of hand. It just grow, and one day it's like, how dare you? They been doing it dumb shit.
and I could testify to that because I was guilty of that. It was stuff I seen in past relationships, and I'm like, that person will grow out of it, or this is just an incident, and then it just grew and grew to a point where I had to leave, and that's what I tell people like it's more or less like you when you with somebody, you have to be able to tolerate them. Because if you can't tolerate them, it's gonna be a problem.
I think people be expecting. I think in addition to knowing red flag, that's why I don't agree with people dating one person at a time. Like you're dating. Why would you waste 6 months of your life with somebody you might not, put your heart and soul into one person? You're dating. Date multiple people so you can see what you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. You can't figure that out if every time you date somebody, you into their ass for 6 months, and then you to figure out that the time is rolling, the clock is ticking. Now you done dated 10 people over 5 years, and you still ain't got nobody. Just wasting time. Got time for that? Date
And
multiple
see,
people. So when you see things that don't make sense, to go ahead and exit stage left.
now, like, see, check this out. Me personally, I didn't never understand the concept of dating because I thought dating was like, okay, we together. But then, and then I found out later, like, no, we just kicking it cool. This is I'm trying to get to know you phase. And I'm like, oh. And then I start talking to somebody else, like, well, I can date multiple. No, 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 we're together. And I'm like, hold on, time out. Which is together and which is dating? So it always confused me. But like
Because
when
people
I
play games.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? Is it when you're
Yeah, no, no,
dating?
no.
Is it just I'm trying to get to know you? So it's
No,
no.
no, 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 no. Okay, so it's phases. Okay, it's stages and phases. So when you meet somebody, you just talking to them. You can talk to whoever you want. You can date whoever you want. Talking to them and seeing if you even want to date them, because dating consists of talking is the phase where y'all just talk on the phone or y'all just text each other or something like that. Dating is when y'all meet up for lunch, you know, go to the movies, go out for dinner, maybe hold hands or something like that. Maybe you kiss, maybe you don't. You know, depends. After you do this for a while, you start to develop emotions and stuff like that. Then you say, well, I'm gonna stop dating everybody else and just focus my attention on you. That's courting.
Okay, so because
When
see, like with me and my wife, it was we friends, and one day she looked at us and said we together. I'm like, okay, cool, So it was like with my wife, like I said, it was different. We was friends first. We talked about it, but you know,
you
the way I am, I'm a gentleman. You know, so
yeah, you found somebody you was aligned with.
right, right, right. So
But
even like when me and her was hanging out, I wasn't
uh-huh,
I wasn't talking to nobody else. Um,
yeah.
because like I said, it was like we was friends, and then went into the
Yeah.
relationship.
See, that worked out because you had somebody that was on your timeline, and the fact that y'all had been friends for so long, she already knew how you operated anyway. So
Yeah,
it was just a matchup. But if you because these people crazy, okay?
yeah. I ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm straight.
No, I'm just saying because I be having to tell people this all the time because it is still people out here that's dating one person at a time talking about why I can't find a mate because you stupid. Why would you? People out here play games. It's like they want to tell you, oh, we talking, but you can't talk to nobody else. That's a bunch of bullshit. 'Cause they just don't want you talking to nobody else while they talk to other people.
Other people, and see,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in a relationship, and it's, I guess, when you're young and you dating girls or whatever. Like when I was in high school, I was dating this chick. Came to find out she messed with somebody else on the football team.
Mhm.
And then that kind of broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then so it was like I ain't dating nobody no more after that. So I
Yeah.
never really like got serious. But the couple times I did get serious, it's like I can't do this. Like this, and then I felt like that. Like I done wasted all this time. Actually got serious with this person and found out that it's like you just rocked me to sleep. You just waited before I got comfortable with you, then you showed your butt.
Yeah, people play games. That's why you don't date one person at a time because people play all the time. And when people show you that they ready to be exclusive, then that's when you take that step. Otherwise, look, you single till you married for real, for real.
And see, like I feel bad for people nowadays because all this catfishing, all this, changing up. You start off at one thing and you turn into something else. I had a associate who dated somebody for a year and a half and figured that they wasn't what they are now is not what they was born as. And he flipped. You
Oh,
know,
see, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That
you
shit is
know,
not funny. That is
it's
not
not
funny. But that's some fucked up. I don't like that. I don't like that.
like that. That was really messed up. Like when he telling me this, he asking me like, "Am I?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, that ain't your fault. Like you didn't know." He was like, "So now I gotta ask women for baby pictures when I first meet them," and I'm like, and I'm trying my best not to laugh. I am trying my absolute best, but it's like. He was like, man, I was kissing them and all this stuff. Like, bro, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
You
that's crazy.
But that's what you up against now. I mean, you even women, you know.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong because I always try to keep, as I get older, I try to make sure I keep in contact with a few people from the younger generations. And these children, they was like in their early 20s. And they was posting memes. And I was reading the meme and it said, hey, what's your, ASL age, sex, location? And then it had another one. It said pronouns. I said pronouns. I said y'all got to ask people what their pronouns is. That's what they.
Man,
I
you
said, oh
see,
hell no, I'm too old for this shit.
hey, that's what I'm saying. Like that was the last. Like when I'm growing up, going to club. That was the last thing I was thinking of. Is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the last thing I'm thinking of. Now I mean, when you go, like I said, I'm fortunate. I'm blessed. I'm truly lucky. I don't have to go through none of that. I don't have to worry about none of that. But I feel bad for the people who do.
Man, I feel
Because
real bad for them. I seen this video on Instagram a couple of weeks ago. This man been taking hormones since he was a teenager. He looked just like a girl. I wouldn't have known that there was no man by any stretch of the imagination. He done been with that man, didn't tell that man he was a boy, done moved in that man mama house and
oh,
everything.
I seen that. I seen that. Was and then you think about some of these nationalities where the men don't have like really masculine dominant features.
Bruh.
Like when you go over to Hawaii, it's big over there in Hawaii, and it's been like that for years. That's a big thing over there. Or
That's
you go
that's crazy. And
you go
then
to
the third one,
Thailand, you
they
don't know
can take
what you
that
gonna
stuff.
get.
You right. You don't never know what you gonna get. They can take that. They can change their birth certificate. That's the crazy part. I like, yo,
Mhm.
look, yeah, I'm gonna married and I'm gonna stay that way. Look, ain't
But
nothing
even
that bad. Nothing's that bad. Okay, it ain't.
and even with the way the laws are changing, you'll never know. And then it's like people try to shame you because it's like the okay, if I got a favorite football team, I don't
Yeah,
understand how people can be upset at that. That's just something I prefer. So how can you make me change my team because you like another team? Like no, if like me personally, people go live their life, right? And that's their life to live. That has nothing to do with me. But when you start trying to force your views and opinions on me, now we have a problem. That's when we have a problem. You cannot make me accept anything that I don't want to accept. And that includes politics, religion, and your way of life. I'm not forcing mine on you. I'm not bothering you. You don't bother me. And that's how I feel life should be.
Yep.
I mean, but
And
when you can't take that stuff into schools, not a personal preference, not a belief. You took God out of school. So how you gonna put something else in school?
man, they do all kind of stuff. We live in some weird times, man. Crazy.
I mean, but like I said, what people choose to do with their life, how they choose to live it. Like I said, long as you're not forcing or affecting me, I'm fine with it. But when you start trying to, you can't knock on my door and I let you. You can't knock on my door and tell me how to design my home
Right.
because it make you feel comfortable. You can't do that because I'm not knocking on your door telling you nothing about your home because I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't need no one to accept me for me to be okay with life. And if you need people to accept you or what you do in life, maybe you need to look at yourself.
Yeah. You always got to start with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like that don't make sense to me. Like you trying to force something that you do. That's like I tell people about religion with that. Like if you believe in something and you have a true understanding of it, it doesn't matter who else believes or accept what you believe, as long as it's working for you.
Right.
I mean, but truth be told, when you need other people's acceptance, you have doubt in yourself. You're doubting in yourself. That's why you're looking for other people to accept or be okay with it because it's something within you that needs other people to accept it.
Right. All facts. All of that is facts. That's why people be acting a fool because they want other people acceptance. Like,
Yeah.
if you can accept yourself, then that's all the acceptance that you need. You'll be fine.
And then usually when you love yourself, other people will come to you. The right people will be attracted to you. The right people will accept you. You know, when you love yourself and you accept yourself, you won't need it, but it will come to you. But when you don't, then you're gonna be seeking those people, and you're not gonna find them. It's gonna be hard to find them, and if you
Right.
find them, it might not be for a good reason. That's why I be trying to kick game to people and help people open their eyes and see things for the way things are. And a lot of our issues is the way we look at things, the way we perceive things. And just like
Yeah.
we're talking about self love, basically self confidence, self esteem, a lot of people lack that and don't even know it.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you could say they don't know, but I'm not so sure about I think it's very few people that really don't know. And I think it's a lot of people that just pretend to not know because it's easier to do the nonsense than to actually work on yourself.
Than actually work on yourself. So even I agree with that because like I said, I try to be politically correct. I try to be nice about things, but you 100% true. Is people lazy? I mean, if you want to say it, it's easier to make an excuse than actually do the work.
Yep. That's how people behave. They'll do everything except for looking at your own demons is kind of hard.
It is, but it's necessary because the longer you look away, the stronger the demons go get.
Yep. Them
They
the
ain't
facts.
going away. They ain't going away. None of the stuff that bother is not going away. You can suppress it. You can hide it. You have to face it one day. And it's ugly. A lot of stuff is ugly. But once you overcome that, you become stronger. You become wiser.
Facts.
But I don't see. I don't understand why people won't do it. I mean, is it fear?
Yeah, they don't want to fight. Look, it's hard to okay, everybody want to be right. So to admit, first of all, to yourself, did you wrong or you fucked up? That's some terrible shit. And they scared of that. Don't nobody like to feel that. They don't want to feel that. And it's easier to point a finger at somebody else than to look at yourself. It takes a lot of courage and maturity to look at you and
Yeah,
admit who you are when you not at your best. And a lot of people can't do that because they scared of what's there. But that's the reason why they be stuck in the same spot too.
yeah.
Because they won't be.
Because I found. I mean, looking at myself in the mirror, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. But now I can do it. And I don't even look at like even if I'm wrong, I'm more excited about getting the right information than I think about. Like if someone say, "Okay, you're wrong about this," I'm like, "Okay, show me." That's just I don't know. I'm an information whore, So if I'm wrong about something, it's like I'm excited because it's like now I'm getting new information. I guess that's how I look at it. Um, it's not really an ego thing. Like I don't really function out of my ego, but I understand me and my ego at peace.
Yeah, people always a lot of people operate out of their ego because you know your ego is kind of your protection.
Yeah,
So a lot of people stay in their ego. And the ego ain't necessarily something that's necessarily benefiting you for real.
no, it's not. And that's why I say I found peace with my like most people don't even like you said most people don't understand their ego is a way that they protect themselves. And so I had to understand what I was afraid of and what I was protecting myself from. That's why I say I made peace with my ego.
Yep.
I might do a video on that, but most people don't even understand their ego, let alone how what emotions affect the ego. It's usually lower vibration emotions. It's fear, uncertainty, anger. Those are the main emotions that affect the ego.
Yep. It is. But I mean, people operate out of that, and they like that because they don't have to look at themselves. And these people willfully do this shit. That's why I be like, if hell is real, y'all going right to
But see, a lot of people in it already. That's why they functioning out of and don't understand. Like you in hell, you created it. You create your own hell. People don't understand that. And it's so much information that can help people, and like you said, they willingly avoid it. One of my mentors, right, the guy who introduced me to the whole concept of metaphysics. He watched one of my videos. He said, "Bro, you ain't gonna get a big crowd." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because the stuff you say make people self-reflect." That's what
yeah,
he told me.
yeah, yep. I can see a lot of people being upset by the stuff that you say. Cause like this not a normal conversation I have with people. I don't have this conversation with most people.
but see, these are like my wife. Me and my wife sit back and talk about stuff like this all the time. Because it's like I'm constantly trying to refine myself, and I get ideas, stuff just come in my head. That even like watching movies, I see certain plots or aspect about the movie, and then tell my wife, and then later on, like she'll read an article or something, somebody broke it down the same way I did. She was like, why did you? How did you? And I'm like, that's what I see, and that's just what I felt from it.
Yeah. Yep. It's a different type of consciousness, a different type of awareness. And most people don't achieve that type of awareness. A lot of people pretend like they have that type of awareness because it gets them clout and notoriety, but
And see that's like another thing I had. I didn't even bring my Facebook group over here, but I got a Facebook group, and like I said, I should share information. And one of the guys told me one of the other. It was like four of us who ran the Facebook group, and he said, "Well, one of the other guys a fraud." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He was like, "Because y'all told us to practice this, like all the stuff that I'm saying I do. Like when I study something, I actually I have to practice it to understand it, to know how it works, the ins and outs of it." And he said, "Oh no, the guy fraud." He said that he selling the information and he's living opposite of what he's saying.
mhm.
And I'm like, man, like I fell out the group like when I had my accident. So it's like 2 years ago. I haven't been in a group. I just messaged a couple people a couple days ago, and he was telling me all the stuff he was doing. And he was like, "Well, I don't trust him. He just like I'm not gonna say other people, but he just like them. He fooled us. He don't even." And I said, "But that don't mean the information was bad. You keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about what nobody else. That's one of the teachings. You don't worry about who's practicing and who's not, as long as you're practicing and it's working for you."
Right.
But it's a lot of I hear people they got the same information I got, but it's just information. It hasn't become knowledge because you haven't practiced it. So therefore, you don't have the wisdom of it. So you telling people stuff just from a book or a video you watch, not from practical reasons. That's why I come on here and I'm saying if you look at the way my videos is titled is my experience, what I went through, and this is my perspective of it. Because a lot of the teaching, like even when you talk, like when you like I study the Bible still. I still read the Bible.
Yep.
I understand the allegories and parables, and
Right.
I can show you from a religious, a spiritual, and a metaphysical aspect the same story, and show you how it affect you on each level. But that's just my experience. I'm not telling you I'm your teacher and this is what it is. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just giving you another perspective, another way to look at it.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I don't knock nobody's belief system. I believe if things work for you, they work for you. You
Right.
know, I can't tell nobody how to live their life, or I try. I mean, I'm human. I ain't perfect or nothing like that. I can sit here and say, "Oh, I don't judge people." I say that I don't judge people publicly. I judge them in my head, though. You know,
Right. That's
I
how I
try
be
not.
getting in trouble. Be trying not to judge people. No, I should have judged they. I wouldn't be in some of the situations I be getting. I be finding myself in.
And see, I'm not gonna lie. I do it in my head all day. I do it in my head, but I developed the discipline not to do it on here. But I feel like this: if a situation happened, I don't want to talk about the people, but I will talk about the situation because I believe situations are learning experience. The best teacher in life is life itself.
That's
And
how I am. Especially on this stupid ass app. These people be like, who you talking about? I don't get no, you would never get that shit out of me. No. No, 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 no. We not playing clout chasing. Let's go back and forth. No, we
Right.
just gonna talk about behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
And
that's fair. If somebody do something and it's on video, I should be able to talk about it. But by me excluding your name or, trying to, like you said, go back and forth, I mean, you did it. If you did it on video, it's there. It's there for people to see. It's there for people to analyze. That's how I feel. But I don't, like I said, I don't want no. I ain't got drama in real life. I ain't got beef in real life, so I'm straight to have it on here. So I won't say nobody names, but learn the That's how people learn is from
bro,
situation.
they be laying dead. They be waiting. Oh, I'm gonna do this because they gonna say my name, and then no in the hell you ain't gonna
Mm.
get shit from me. I'm gonna roast your ass though. I'm gonna roast you good. Now, I didn't call your name, and the way I was raised is you don't answer to anything that ain't your name. So if
Right,
you decide you want to jump out your body and say something about what I said, then well, then you just told everybody who you was.
right.
So, all
Yeah,
right.
I just be kicking it on. It's some good people out here, but I done ran into, I almost got in trouble. I didn't, I don't really know where I'm going or what I'm doing. And I don't know, it was somebody suggested something. I guess I'm a follower there. And I ended up, I guess they call it the manosphere or something like that.
Oh
And
Lord.
I'm like, okay, I can't even comment, but I can't watch this video neither. And then when I first got into it, it was a lady talking, and I'm like, oh, that was some good information. And then everybody was like, start saying little slick stuff, and I'm looking like, hold on, bro, I just complimented her, like I didn't do nothing bad. I'm thinking like they thought I was trying to be disrespectful, and I'm like, and then when I start listening, and then I heard another dude was like, man, y'all be tripping in this manosphere thing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where I'm at. Like, okay, let me get out of here. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. It's just certain areas that I almost fell into the beef sector, and I'm like, man, they going ham over here. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You got to be real careful about where you going and who you talking to and what they into. Cause other
yeah.
people be into stuff, and because you associated with them, people try to pull you in. People crazy on this app, okay?
And see,
Crazy.
I'm still learning. And shout out to Doaz because she told me the same thing you told me. You got to be careful of where you go and who you associate with. And like, I didn't. I'm, I ain't in the street, but I grew up in the street, so I understand that. But I'm like, man, it's worse than the street, like on
Yeah, they real
YouTube.
ignorant on here. They real ignorant.
But I'm like, at least in the street, you can actually pop somebody in the mouth. On here, like you can't do none of that. Like this is crazy.
Well, they get back at them by doxing them. That's how they do shit on here.
And even that, I'm like, I've been seeing some stuff like people pulling people old police records. I'm like, what if this person really changed? I don't think people don't think no more. Like people, it's like you. I'm not gonna wake up and intentionally try to go out and hurt someone. But I seen, to me, it was ignorant. You pull somebody police record, and they had, and then like when you reading it and the way they present it, it's not what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to say this dude was a prostitute. Like that's too much, man. Y'all doing too much.
They
And
do a
it's
lot.
like you doing too much.
They
You know,
do a whole lot.
man, I done seen people, putting people, talk about people, deceased family members. And I'm like, bro, like you, like when people do stuff like that, I look at them like, I don't really think you've been through a lot in life. And what I mean
Oh,
by
that's
that,
common behavior for some of them spaces. You know what I'm saying? They do that shit. They do all kind of weird shit. They just fuck with each other. That's why, like, if you see, look, what I do. I sit and I watch a particular channel if it's new. I sit there and I watch from the bushes for 3 weeks to a month before I drop down in anybody chat, I want to see who coming in there, motherfucker, what they talking about, and what is going on. Because if I see anything that look like a bunch of nonsense, I know that's a chat I don't need to go in.
And see that's what I've been doing. Is a couple people, and I enjoyed some of their content, But then I
Yeah,
noticed like certain people come. I'm starting to learn who the players and the shakers and the movers are. I see some people come in, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to comment in here because I don't even want this person to know me.
right.
I don't even, and there's no offense. It's just I don't like me personally. My in real life, I got a dot. I don't have a circle of people. I don't deal with a lot of people. I don't like people moving funny around me because when they move funny, then I got to move quick. Especially, because I can't see that well now. But like in real life, like people, like my people who come around me, they understand how I am. And then if you move funny around me, I'm gonna react. So I
Yeah.
don't, I don't. So I'm not like on here is space. We literally is cyberspace. So I can be cool with people, and I can be a little bit more relaxed, but I'm not naive neither. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I'm only gonna give you what I want you to know or want you to have, and you can't do nothing to make me give you even more than what I want to give you. But I feel like on here, like you cool. I love Nate, my little sister right there. Is my baby sleep? She got my son because we got to go in the morning.
Oh yeah. You better get some rest. You might have a long day.
Oh, I'm gonna have a long day. I gotta pack all this up because I'm gonna go live when my wife settle down. I'm not gonna put her on video, but I wanna. I've been trying to get her to come on here with me for a while, and she like into the paranormal. So I'm gonna have her tell a couple stories tomorrow. We will do that tomorrow until
Oh, cool,
somebody
man.
like man, like we was just sitting here. I was about to set up for this, and one of the TVs came on, and I'm like, oh, maybe I hit the controller. Nope,
Yeah.
the controllers ain't nowhere. But like lately, like the last couple days, there's been some crazy stuff going on in my house. So yeah, she be conjuring stuff up.
Your baby
Uh,
coming.
he finally knocked out. Oh, she got my dog too. My sister got my son and my dog. She got both my babies.
Oh, that's your wife?
No, this is my little sister.
Oh, that's your sister. Okay.
Yeah, I had to drop my dog and my baby off over my sister's crib. She go watch them because we about to get a snowstorm. We in Michigan, so we about to
Oh,
get a
okay.
snowstorm. So I was gonna have her come over to my house and stay with my dog, but with the snowstorm going on, I just said I just bring them over there.
Oh
Here go my
man.
wife right here. That's my wife right there. I'm wifey.
Oh goodness. Oh, how you doing? She said, I'm wifey already. And make the presence known.
Oh yeah, she go. Y'all go hear her tomorrow. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I don't understand that. Like me personally, like I'm close to all my family. So
Uh-huh.
like I done had my mom, my dad, my sister on here. I'm about to get my other sister on here, my wife.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm about to get a whole bunch of my family on here. Just rapping and talking, like we do. My best friend was on here. That's like my little brother. I had my cousin on here. Yeah, we that's how we do like in family. That's how my family is. We all crazy, but we all love each other.
That's all that matters. Well, good luck to y'all.
Yeah, she said, good, how are you? And then she
I'm
said, yeah, I'm nervous.
about the baby.
Yeah, she don't wanna she gotta get the C section done.
And
And
this
she
her
working
first
out.
C-section?
Nope, this her second one.
Oh. Oh,
Nah,
you
this
be
is the
fine.
second one. And
You
she
didn't you
just don't
didn't
like
did this
surgery.
rodeo before.
Yeah. But see, the first time we had it, it was at a hospital we both was familiar with, so we knew everybody. We
Yeah,
knew the surgeons, we knew everybody, and if they didn't know us, they knew my mom.
yeah.
This hospital, we don't know nobody. We ain't got that rapport with nobody. So I think that's more or less why she nervous. But I'm gonna
Oh,
be there, so she
y'all
good.
gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm nervous because I'm about to have two women in the house bossing me around.
Oh yeah, you ain't ready.
I ain't gonna never be ready. Two women and my baby boy and my dog. Oh man, this is gonna be fun though. This is it's like the I'm not even I'm anxious. It's like I've been laid back this whole time,
hmm
but now that it's here, it's like okay, give me my daughter, give me my daughter, give me my daughter. And like I said, I spoiled my son. She get on me because I spoiled my son.
Oh yeah, that's over with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's over. As soon as that girl come, your wife gonna be spoiling your son, and you gonna be on his ass, and you gonna be that girl gonna have you wrapped around her little finger.
I got a feeling they gonna be best friends. My son and
Oh,
daughter.
they gonna be good. How far apart? How many years apart they are?
3 years
Yeah,
and
that's my son and my daughter. They 3 years apart. And look,
three
I
years
remember
and 8 days.
when she was born. My son used to just stand over her and watch her, and it used to freak me out because I was like, "What the hell is that boy doing?" And he did it all the time. And when he got older, I said, "Okay, when she was first born, you used to just stand over there and stare at her. Why?" He said, "I was waiting on her to grow up so we can play." I say, "Oh, okay."
I can see my son doing that because the bassinet, he had the little power rocker and all that stuff on him. So already he playing with it. Like, okay, I know how to program it. I already get because he is so helpful. Like I said, I helped my wife with her shoes on, and he pushed me out the way. Like, no, I got it. This is my mommy, you know.
Yeah,
Or if she want to take her sock off, he'd push her hand. Like, no, I do it. Like when we either one of us sweeping, he grabbed the broom and do it. So I know he about to be this boy about because like it's been he was born in the pandemic. Like he was born in the pandemic started. So
yeah.
he got cousins and stuff that come over and stuff, but he ain't really like we go outside. We got a yard. I take him for walks and stuff. We go to the park every now and then, but he ain't really been like when his cousins come over and they leave, he cry. He want and now he about to have his little sister. Oh man,
Oh yeah, they gonna get along great. My son and my daughter, they like best friends.
yeah. And I see how he is with our dog. I got a German Shepherd, and I think she like 70 pounds, 70. She's like 70, 80 pounds. And he wrestled with the dog all day, like no fear of the dog. Him and the dog wrestle all day, you know. So I can only imagine. And that's like when a dog go outside and he can't go outside with the dog, he get mad. So I can only imagine how he gonna be with his little sister. We gonna be trying to burp her. He gonna push me out the way and try to burp her. I already know he gonna be trying to pick her up and
Yeah, my son punched my daughter in the eye when she was born.
oh, I can see him. Well, not trying to do it intentionally, but my son is rough too. I don't know. I guess I was trying to train him at a young age and it backfired on him.
Yeah, I had woke up. I was like, did he see his sister? And my husband was like, no. I said, show him the baby. So I handed him the baby, and he put the baby down toward my son. My son hit the baby in the eye. I say, oh shit, get the baby away, get the baby.
I can see him adjusting slowly, but once he adjusts and like this my to protect because I told him now like no protect your mama. He'll stand in front of her and, like no this mom like so I can only imagine once he get used to it, but he ain't gonna like sharing me. He a daddy's boy. I know
Right.
that's gonna be the one thing. He ain't gonna. Ever since he came out the womb, like they try to put him in them swaddle things,
Yeah.
he wasn't having it. No, no, he wasn't sleeping in no bassinet. He slept in my arm. I had to sleep sitting up. You put him down, he go nuts, like nuclear. You let him cry. Oh, let the baby cry for a minute. No, he cried for like 20 minutes until you picked him up. You picked him up, he got quiet, went back to sleep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he wasn't playing none of that. And what is he? What is the zodiac? Well, it's just a Sagittarius. He a fire sign. I know. If he fire and I'm Earth, so I know we bump heads. But that's my baby. Like when I be having migraines, he'll come rub my head. You know, like when my head be hurting, I guess he pay attention to like my facial expressions. And I put my head down. Next thing I know, he'll come rubbing it.
Okay. Really awesome. It's refreshing to see.
Uh, I'm about to come to bed, baby.
Oh,
No, she talking to my
um,
sister. But I told her I was gonna do a quick live. Because it is, my baby girl coming tomorrow, and well, today now. Yeah, today now, and it's joyful. I waited until 36 to have my first kid, so
yeah.
like is I can't even explain it. It's just the joy of watching something that you help create, develop a personality, and just watching it grow is like amazing to me.
Yeah. I can understand that. Oh goodness. Well, congratulations and good luck.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you coming up. When I
And
go live, you always welcome to come up because we was talking about the baby girl, but I think we dropped some jewels. I think that was a good conversation
yeah,
that we
it
had in
was.
the middle of it. And I wish I knew how to clip it out of that video so I can just post that part because I think I hope people take the time and listen to that. But I would love to make a video out of that. I'm gonna figure out how to
So
do that.
when you in your stream, um, it should say create or remix when it processes, and you should be able to clip out of that. If not, you can
Oh,
always download it and clip whatever you need out of it.
okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I might have time to do it. I'm gonna be in the We're gonna be in the hospital for 3 days, but
Yeah, and
I'm
if you
definitely
need
about to
any
do that.
help, you can just you can hit me up. The ways to contact me is in the description box of my videos, and I'll help you figure out how to get the content out. Cause I know YouTube can be a lot to figure out sometimes.
Yeah, that's why, like, honestly, I think I did one pre-recorded video, but normally for me to put my content out, I just go live and talk and then end it, and that's how I've been doing it because I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's some people I'm supposed to be getting with. Some of my people will help me out. After the new year, just everybody trying to cram and do stuff before the holiday, and they doing everything out of love for me. So I was like, yeah, I can wait. I'll wait. No rush.
Yeah,
But
cause
yeah,
I take clips out of my live streams and make them pre-record, so you can do it that way too. Cause it's like double, triple, quadruple content just off a live stream. But and you want to make sure you keep it around an hour, so I'm finna to drop down so you can be able to clip it.
all right. I appreciate you, Miss Quinn.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right, have a
having me
good
up.
one. Oh, no
Peace.
problem. Anytime. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate the replay game. Do me a favor though. If you seeing this for the first time, hit the like for me. If you're new in the building, hit the subscribe. It's free to you, but it means a lot to me. Right? It really do. And if you got any information out of this, do me another favor. Hit the share button. Help me spread the word. But that's all I got. Just remember, conversations build nations. Well, I'm out.